If you are a gun voter and you live in Wisconsin Assembly District 29, this is from the Prescott area all the way down to Blair, kind of right up against Red Wing, Minnesota. If you live in that area and you care about your Second Amendment rights, it's very important that you watch this short video to the end. Get the information you need on your two candidates running for the Wisconsin State Assembly. Guys, I'm Ben Dorr, the director of the Wisconsin Firearms Coalition. I'm just going to break down these two candidates for you on our whiteboard so you know where they stand when you head to the polls on November 5th or whether you're doing early voting. All right, we're going to kick this right off. No more jabber. The first candidate we're going to highlight is current state representative Treig Pronschinske. The first thing you need to know about Treig is that he filled out his Wisconsin Firearms Coalition 100% pro-gun, which you might say, well, that's pretty easy. It's just a survey. But the thing is that he also has the voting record to back it up. That means Treig supports all the right pro-gun laws. Wisconsin needs constitutional carry. It needs stand your ground law, the Second Amendment Preservation Act. These are common sense, public safety, pro-gun constitutional bills that we desperately need here. And we don't have them, but Treig supports them, wants to see these make it across the finish line, right? And he's a no vote on the gun control. He does not support the radical left push to disarm the people of Wisconsin because, first of all, it violates our Constitution. Second of all, then only criminals and government will have guns. That's insane. We're opposed. He's opposed, right? It's because of this that he has earned an A rating with the Wisconsin Firearms Coalition. So if you see Representative Pronschinske walking around campaigning, be sure to thank him for not only promising to be pro-gun, but for being pro-gun, right? So we're going to move on to Terry Schoonover. Wants to replace Treig and flip the district into Democrat control. The first thing you need to know about Terry is that he refused to fill out his Wisconsin Firearms Coalition candidate questionnaire. It's not a big surprise. Most candidates who intend to attack the Second Amendment and try to undermine this foundational right, well, they're not too keen on filling out a gun rights organization's candidate survey. They just don't want to tell us. But we know what the radical left's major push is at the Capitol in Madison, and no doubt Terry Schoonover will support the red flag law bill that the Democrats are pushing up there, that Tony Evers wants, that Josh Kaul wants. We don't need red flag laws in Wisconsin. We already have a law on the books that allows for somebody who is making threats, maybe talking about self-harm. We already have laws on the books that allow those people to be picked up, to be held for 72 hours, for there to be evaluations done, and find out if there's truly a threat or not. We have those laws on the books. Red flag laws are simply a gun grab. They're a total violation of the Constitution, but Terry Schoonover wants them here as part of that packet for the gun control organizations and Michael Bloomberg, who's funding them, right? The next thing they're trying to get passed is universal background checks, aka statewide gun registration. Do you know how many criminals register their guns with the state? I'll tell you, none. None of them do. None of them do. If we made it so that every single firearms transfer in the state had to go through a background check, do you know how many of the thugs in the inner city of Milwaukee are going to go and fill out a background check form to buy a firearm? None. The answer is none. Of all the shootings that have taken place in the last 10 years, these shooters are either passing background checks with flying colors or they're totally circumventing the entire process. But Terry Schoonover does not care. This is the big push for the left, and he's going to be a yes vote on it. And that's why Terry Schoonover is an enemy of our Second Amendment freedoms. And that's why he has earned an F rating with the Wisconsin Firearms Coalition. Those are the facts. That's the information we have, you guys. It's so important that you head to the polls, that you bring your friends, your family, your neighbors, and vote in favor of our Second Amendment rights. Protect our constitutional freedoms here. They're being eroded in Minnesota. They're being eroded in Michigan. We need to protect them here in Wisconsin. And with the Supreme Court flipping and forcing the General Assembly to pass new districts, it's going to be very, very tough to keep the radical left at bay. It's that important. We're not even talking about the federal election and how important a swing state Wisconsin is. You need to get to the polls, vote pro-gun, vote in favor of our Constitution, and save Wisconsin.